guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, I am going to cover a few updates that Squarespace has made recently that are beautiful, wonderful, and will help you grow your business. A few of these are just back-end things that will make your website more beautiful, and a few are going to help you if you sell any types of products or do any type of e-commerce on your Squarespace website. Okay, so let's hop in. All right, so first and foremost, I want you to see something here on my screen. You'll see this is my demo website. The first thing you're going to see is that there's this border on the navigation here. So it's really beautiful. When I scroll back up, it comes back. It looks really nice. That bottom border is actually native in Squarespace now. So let me show you how to add it. So the first thing you're going to do is click Edit, and then you're going to click on Edit Site Header. And then once you do that, you go to Style. Now, this whole panel is new, and I talked about this feature here in my previous video about Squarespace updates back in December, but here I want to really cover border because I think it's just so valuable. So here you could see the thickness, small, medium, large, and then you could also customize it. Basically, I have mine set to 1 pixel. I really like it. It's smooth, it's clean. Here you could see that you could add a border to every side of the navigation. So if you want a border to go all the way around, you could do that. Let me make it a little thicker so you can see it. So it could look something like this. Okay, so let's say you want to change the color here. Well, it's a little bit confusing, but if I go back, it depends on what you have set here. So right now I have dynamic. You can see here there's a bit of text. Basically it says whatever the first section is, it's going to choose the color from that color palette. There's 10 color palettes you have in Squarespace built in. And so from there, it's going to say, hey, whatever the first one is, I'm going to choose a color from there. But if you use any of these other ones, it might be a little different. Okay, so if you choose gradient or solid, it's going to be a little bit different. Theme actually doesn't allow you to have it natively. Don't know why. Doesn't allow you to have a border natively. But if I choose, say, solid, for example, I could choose the colors and all of that. You'll see border is here. And then I could change, here's the background color, navigation color, but not the border color. So I'll show you how to change that. So in this case, to change the border color, I click on border, I turn it on, and then from there, it actually gives me the color option here. I kind of wish it just did that natively, but the reason they do that is so if you want to have different colors on different pages, it's really easy to control. So depends on where you're starting from. If you're starting from solid, if you're starting from gradient, it's going to be built into this panel. But if you're starting from dynamic, what you want to do is go back, get out of this. I'm going to click on this little paint brush here, go into this, and then choose colors. Now I see that the first section is light 1, so I'm going to just click on that right there and then find the border color. So oddly enough, I don't know why it does this. They will probably fix this soon. Navigation link is where you change the color. So if I click on this yellow, you're going to see here it changes it, but it changes the navigation color, which you might not actually want. In my case, I do not want that. So that might be an extra line of custom code that you add in to change the border color here. If you guys want that, just drop a comment below. I could see if I could put that together for you. But basically, that's how you control that. So number 2 is accordions. If you've ever seen an FAQ section, this is a game changer. It used to be something you'd have to custom code in, and there were actually some really beautiful plugins that do this, but now you could do it natively. So if you type in accordion, you could start creating an accordion. Now, this UI is so small, but it'll work. It will work. So here are all your questions and answers, and in here you can make all adjustments you want. The first thing I'm going to do though is I'm actually going to go back out of this. I'm going to click on the pencil for this section and just make the content width smaller. So I'll probably actually leave it at medium. And then the one thing I will do is just for this section here, I'm going to add in 2 spacers. Just like that, drag them next to each other, and then drag this right in between, and then do something like this. There we go. Okay, so then you could come in here. There's a ton of stuff you could do. So I'm going to click design. There's a lot of options, but the first thing I'm going to do is just work on the spacing a bit because I think the spacing is a lot. So the first thing I'm going to look for, row padding. Let's do small. That's much better already. Title is heading 4. Maybe I'll stay at heading 4. Paragraph 1 looks nice. Okay, I'll use that. Nope, gonna keep it like that. I don't like the top border, so dividers, let's see that. So dividers are on. Show first, no, get rid of that. That's much better already. Show last, yes please. Thickness, on this website, 1 pixel is ideal. Everything else is 1 pixel, so we'll keep it at that. Opacity is 1, that's fine. So that is all good. And then let me click save so you could see this. So now when we take a look, let me scroll back down. You could easily see this is just beautiful, easy to use, great. Again, that little box, that UI is really small, and so you have to like put all the text in there. But if you have a Word document or a Notion page with all your FAQ, it's really easy just to copy and paste and get everything in. Okay, so number 3, again, I am really happy about this. Let me break it down a bit. All right, so this is what a team page used to look like. You used to come onto your site, you'd add 3 spacers, add in 3 images, add in some text below. It looks something like this. Pretty cool, but pretty standard. It was also very hard to control, manipulate. Also, reorganizing gets complicated. In Squarespace 7.1, they've made some updates, but now they've made top level updates. I actually love this a lot. So here is what the new look and feel could be like. A lot simpler to manage, a lot simpler to do. And actually, Squarespace is cropping these images within your site directly. So let me go into the editor and we're going to take a look at how to do this. So double click in, and then here what I'm going to do is, let me actually pull this over here. All right, so there are a ton of options in here. It's actually a little bit overwhelming, but elements, content, and design. So if you go to content, here are all the images, the layout, everything. And here is where you could change the title of the section. It says meet the team. Hello. So that's where you could do that. You could adjust where you put the text. Cool. So I'm just going to keep it there. And here, this is really nice. If you tried to create the sections like I mentioned before, where you had an image and text below it, and you want to reorganize people, it was just a lot of work. Now it's really easy. You could say, hey, maybe I want to move, say, Carl right here, and I want to move Emmett down here. It's really easy to do. It's really beautiful. Next, design. This is where the magic happens. So you can see this image crop, max columns, 3, image crop. You click on that. Look at all these options. This is amazing. If a client sent you a bunch of images for a team and one was off, it would adjust the whole page. You'd have to readjust it all. It gets complicated quick. But now you could easily just adjust the images in here to look exactly the way you want. So image crop 3:2 here. I could do 2:3. It's really nice. There's a lot of spacing, so you can make those adjustments in style and size and spacing for how it looks and feels and the design. But there are a lot of options here. And now natively, you could make all the images circle images, which is amazing. So let's go to style and spacing a little bit to play with it. Right now, it's a full layout of the page. I actually want it to be inset a bit. It'll just help a lot with the actual content. What is it doing here? Media width, that's a lot. Yes, so the biggest change I would make here, I actually don't like this at all. It's huge. I would actually just push all the content in to take up, say, like 60 to 70% of the page width. Right now, when I hit this setting, I have no idea why, but when I say full inset, there's no change. So maybe it's another setting, or maybe it's just getting worked out. I have no idea, but that should work in the future where it pushes the content in a bit. This is the next best alternative I see right now. I would just figure out how to make the page thinner for this section, but overall, it's really beautiful, really easy to use. And over time, you don't have to worry about cropping every image into a circle. It's so user-friendly. If you want to add 4, you can. If you want to adjust it, you can. If you want to reorganize the content, you can. You could easily just make adjustments to the team as you like. It's beautiful. This is so good. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next one. All right, so the next one I have is I have automatically cropped images. We just did that. Number 4 is product page layout. So this is cool. Now, if you know me or you've seen my other YouTube videos, you know that I am not a big fan of Squarespace for e-commerce. I'm so sorry, Squarespace, but I'm just not a big fan. So anyway, if you are doing e-commerce on Squarespace, I have good news for you. They have some new features here that make your site beautiful. Okay, so this comes up as a pop-up now. If you haven't seen it yet, just go into your store. It should just come up. If not, I'm going to show you how to find it. So here you could see the layouts. I want to show them to you before I show you how to do the exact way of like adjusting it. Here are the different layouts. There's simple, wrap, full, and half. So the major difference is here. This is the like Squarespace default. So this is what most sites have on Squarespace. Wrap will take the images and wrap it around whatever the text is here. So it looks really nice. It's really a full immersive experience. Full is interesting. It basically puts all the images at the top of the site as a slideshow. And half is pretty cool. It's really unique for like some specific designs because it basically puts all the content on one side, and when they scroll, it only scrolls on half the page. The other half stays where it is. So for now, I'm just going to stay at, let's choose full. I want to show you full. So let's click on that. It's going to adjust it. And let me click out of this. So this is what the experience looks like. If I was selling this wallet here, this is what it would look like. So you can see here, people can see the images immediately. And this is like really beautiful, great user experience. It's really nice. It's a really nice experience. Then down here is all the content. So you can see the title of the product, the description, all the little details. Over here, they could purchase it, add it to the cart, whatever they need to do. Boom, adding, awesome, add it to the cart. Great. Now this is the additional information section. So if you have additional info, this is where it would go. And then down at the bottom is the footer. Now, let's say you want to change this. So let's say you don't like this layout. So I'm going to click in. I'm just going to double click into this specific product here. Now, this is store-wide. So your entire store is affected by this. So right now, edit product edits this one product. But if I make any changes in this pencil, it will affect all my products. So you can't have one product be full and one product be simple and one product be something else. They all have to be the same one. Fortunately or unfortunately. I would say fortunately because it'd be a lot to manage. But let's click on the pencil. You'll see here, format. First thing that comes up is format. So you'll see here it says full. Here are the other options. And this is cool because you could see it live. You could see the changes live. So I just did wrap. Let me take a look at how that looks. Okay, cool. It looks really nice, clean. There's 4 images, so it kind of stacks in an interesting way. 3 images would be nice. 5 images would be nice. And then here is the additional information. So let me go back up. Let me click the pencil. And now let's do half. See what that looks like. Cool. So half is very similar to simple, but it basically just cuts the page right in half. Yeah. And like fills the screen. So you could see here, it fills the whole user experience. Actually, this is really nice. This is probably actually becoming one of my favorites quite quickly. Yeah, this is beautiful. So there's a lot you could work with here. Great. Yes, I like that. So you can make any of those adjustments to your product page. Again, it is site-wide. So if I go to another product, this is going to be half as well. This is going to be half as well. Just like that. Now, a new feature that I want you to keep in mind if you are doing e-commerce is waitlists. So let me go back and show you where to find that. So on the homepage, if I go to commerce, and then in here, this is beautiful, right? This is like, I love that they're doing this. I really hope they continue to build this out. But if you go right here to the middle of the page, you'll see waitlist. What is a waitlist? So track demand of products and notify customers when their waitlisted products are in stock. So it says go to settings. You basically click on this gear wheel, or you could click here, click on that, and you could turn it on. So if you have products, on a demo site, if you have products that you want people to be able to purchase on a wait list, now you could set that up. You could set up an email form. You could set up a custom sign up button. It's a really easy process to be able to create demand. This is really important because if you could create demand for something before it comes out, you know that much more if it's worth it, how much people are going to value it, how many people are really interested in it, all of that stuff, especially if you're selling digital products. This is really useful. I'll tell you this too. On our site, we are going to start using this feature actually quite a lot. All right, so number 6, let's talk about this. This is big news, big news. It's been around for a while, but it's really important. So the magic button here, let's take a look. A local pickup is now an official option that you could set up. You could add an option. It gives you all the details you need to know. So somebody could go to your site, they could purchase a product, and they could purchase it for local pickup. This is huge, especially if you're just starting out and let's say for example, you are selling like cookies, for example, and you just like need a place to be able to show people or they could place their order. Well, they could do that now. They could get all the detailed information they need that you might not want to actually publish on your website. So here you could put local pickup at our Newport Beach store. Here's the address. Pick up between this and this time, blah, blah, blah. You could put all the details in here, click save, and now you have local pickup as an option, which is wonderful. And then go to the cart, and I'm gonna go through the checkout process actually. So let's just say checkout. I have not designed this, so it's gonna be interesting. Okay, cool. This is new, secure SSL checkout. I like that they have a little check mark there. Let's just do an email. Cool, continue. Boom, pickup options. At our Newport Beach store, you could choose different stores, so it could have different instructions, whatever you need. It's actually quite beautiful to add in, and then you could do everything else here. Really well designed. I love where they're headed with this. Again, I'm not the biggest fan, but I love where they're headed with this. All right, so the last thing, number 7, is gonna be profiles. Profiles is really, really interesting to me. It has a lot of potential, but I want to show it to you just so you have a good sense of it. Okay, so you might have seen this before, and at first it was like, okay, this is cool, but if you really use Squarespace to do a lot of selling or any type of selling, this could actually be really useful for what they call LTV, lifetime value of a client. So they added this new feature here, leads. It's really nice. What it measures, let me go back here. So what leads measures is 2 things, accepts marketing and numbers of order 0. So if you're selling something and you want to show it to people and you want to introduce people and you got people on a wait list or they signed up for your email newsletter, but they have not purchased from you yet. They've made other actions on your website. They've given you their email. This feature allows you to know who those people are, and you could target them specifically with a sale, a promotion. This is really good. It makes it really easy for you to know, because other tools like say Google Analytics or other marketing tools might not have 100% accuracy on who has purchased from your site and who has not. This will know every single time. So you can see here, it really works for leads, and it actually really works for donors as well. So if you're collecting donations on your site through the Squarespace platform, again, this could be a really amazing spot that allows you to automatically have smart lists built. And then from there, you could do more filters and make more adjustments and all of that. So this will really help you with your marketing, be more focused. So if you send out a newsletter for a promotion, you could actually just send it to your leads. And or the opposite, you could just send it to your customers. As you can see here, you have this list of customers here. So you could send marketing campaigns to them directly. So just to show you the full grasp of this, I just chose a template out of Squarespace. You could obviously make your own email. This is the email here. But if I go to email and then I go to and from unique recipients, this is the beautiful, easy, simple part. Customers, leads, who do you want to send it to? Well, if there's a list there, you choose leads and you're done. You literally just did that in 2 seconds. You could add your product to the email and it makes this process actually really simple. I'm very impressed with the user experience here, and I'm very impressed with all the integrations. Everything hugs each other really well. All right, so those are my updates for today. Hey, thank you for watching this video. If you got value from this video, hit that like button. When you hit that like button, it tells the YouTube algorithm some important information, but it also lets me know that you got value from this video. And if you did get value from this video and you want more content just like this, consider subscribing. We publish new videos every single week. Friday at 1 p.m. we post a new video, if not multiple videos throughout the week. If you have any questions, drop a comment below, but I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.